Bonjour, buenos dias, Zhao Shanghao, Zhao An, Ohayo gozaimasu. Welcome to the ESPN of science fiction, the Entertainment Science Fiction Programming Network, the ESPN of Sci-Fi, Entertainment Sci-Fi Programming Network, the Aqua Phi. And we're talking about today, we said we're going to look at other planets, how we're viewed by other planets. We're going to look at it from a sci-fi point of view, but during the discussion, we're going to intersperse between sci-fi and real world. We want to go into other planets in the real world. We want to go into other planets because we say it'll help us to find out about us, who we are, what we can do better in the real world. But in the sci-fi world, it's sped up, things are faster. Sci-fi has already been into other planets, and the other planets, people have to get destroyed because they're not using the resources the same as Earth. And so the other planets look at the same as Earth. Maybe the only difference between the other planet and us is that they have equipment, technology. And so sometimes we look at coming from another planet with a technology that goes this fast and can view, so they're much advanced than we are. And here on this planet, we say technology doesn't make us advanced, right? We're the same human beings that want to invade, overpower, overthrow, control. The technology didn't make us more advanced. So coming from other planets with more advanced technology, does that make that being more advanced? It didn't make us more advanced because of technology, right? But wanting to go into other planets to learn about us in the real world. In the sci-fi world, other planets are having problems and they're calling Captain Marvel for help. They're calling Shazam for help, Superman for help. So in the sci-fi world, there's not much to learn from other planets. Now, one of the subjects that maybe just in the form of technology, more advanced technology than what we have here. And sometimes we say what we have here is more advanced anyway, but we could gain more in the way of technology. One of the point of views, let's talk about another subject. We will bring it together from past podcasts where we discussed about the Black superhero. Did you miss that one? Go back and look at it or listen to it. We talked about the Black superhero. So how is another world going to respond to the Black superhero? How do other worlds respond to Captain Marvel, for instance? So when she shows up, are the other worlds saying, "Oh, you can't help us with our problems because you're female"? Do they have that issue? If they do have that issue in that other world, it means it was the same as here, right? Let's take real world point of view. They had a women's movement. They kept women from opportunities, held women down, and a woman shows up that says, with this power, and then they say, well, because they had the same issues that we had here, right? Has to. So in the real world, when we want to go out there to face people who have the same issues, why? Or let's say a Black superhero shows up, Power Man shows up, and the other world says, well, you're Black. That means that this other world, the other universe that Power Man shows up in, has the same issues that we have here. Slavery and keeping Black people out of opportunity, keeping people of color, of different backgrounds out of opportunities, all that we went through here. So then in the real world, we want to go and accomplish what by going to the same place, right? So we say we want to go in outer space to learn more about us, or maybe the real world thing is who controls space controls the Earth, right? You put more of your gadgetry in space, and you can control what everybody's doing, see what everybody's doing, listen to everybody, spy on everybody. All right, you heard it here on the ESPN of Sci-Fi. But the NASA point of view is that we go into outer space, we learn more about us, at least pick up more information. It's good to have more information, good to know more, right? At a minimum, that's what we'll do by going into outer space. Other planets, if they react the same way that we react, have the same point of view that we have, then they went through the same. If you believe sci-fi, and it's hard to say, right? Because it's fiction. How can you believe? You can't believe fiction. Excuse me. It's already in the name. So other planets have the same issues, need the same heroes, need different heroes the same as we do, have the same problems. So it can't be help us anymore. Excuse me. Then, therefore, going out into the universe, into the other planets, doesn't accomplish much for us, according to sci-fi. But what is real? Well, fiction is fiction. And we are never wrong because we're the ESPN of sci-fi, your entertainment science fiction programming network. We're never wrong. Can never be wrong talking about sci-fi. If other planets need our help or help from a hero, that same hero helps us, helps them, then they're at the same level that we are, right? If Superman's planet imploded, then they're at the same level as we are. And what does that come down to? It comes down to this. Strength and power doesn't diminish or distinguish you from less strength and power, right? If Superman's planet imploded, something it didn't do accurately, correctly, right, although they have the flames from their eyes and see further and fly faster and are stronger, strength and power didn't prevent it. What prevents it? Read the Aqua Phi. Go into theaquaphi.com, download the book, read it, get into the mood of reading it by downloading the theme song, and you'll see what prevents it. So, if we're greeted the same as in other planets, the same as in Black Panther shows up, Power Man shows up, and nobody can tell the difference between Power Man, Black Panther, and Superman, and it doesn't matter to them. They don't have that issue, never had. They're more advanced thinkers, not just thinking in mental power, but also in qualities of how to treat people, how to act, how to talk, if they're more advanced, then you have something to work with. And that's what we want to look for in other planets. Some of our future podcasts give you a glimpse. Sure, you've been enjoying these podcasts that we've had so far on the science fiction subject, and it's vast, right? A lot that we're going to talk about. So many things. We're going to talk about viruses. In sci-fi, viruses have a strong impact, right? In Raccoon City, I Am Legend, right? The viruses in World War Z turns everyone into zombies. People are eating people because a virus took over them. But people got hit by viruses such as COVID-19 and its variant. Did they become zombies? What became of people who got hit by viruses such as COVID-19? But the viruses plays a role in sci-fi, enhancing seem like a criminal, or in Raccoon City, someone that fought against the viruses, making him a criminal, now works for getting rid of the virus. But we'll talk about that, yeah. And then we'll also talk about time travel. Excuse me. What's missing in time travel? Something missing out of time travel. We'll talk about that. Multiverse. What's missing in the multiverse? We're going to talk about that. So we have so much to talk about, right? But for now, before the next podcast, download the Aqua Phi. Go into the TheAQua, P as in Paul, HI.com. Download the Aqua Phi. Order the paperback book. Download the theme song. Get your The Aqua Phi merchandise. Every poster, Eye on the Gray, is something that came out of the book. And it's a poster. So click more info, click here, and get all your Eye on the Gray merchandise. Have it ready, all around you. Then you immerse yourself into the music. Then you immerse yourself into the book. And listen to every podcast. We have unstoppable amount of podcasts coming. You're going to enjoy our subjects that we just mentioned, and we'll talk some more about them. So see you on our next